Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Futures. I'm Joel Holland, and we have a very special guest today here at CNBC. We're sitting with the host and managing editor, Maria Bartiromo, of the nationally syndicated Wall Street Journal Report and CNBC's Closing Bell. So thank you very much, Maria, for sitting down with us today to talk about careers in broadcast journalism and specifically in business journalism.
Thank you, Joel. Good to be here.
If the end game is to be here at CNBC, doing the business reporting, I don't imagine we can come out do that. Maybe starting in a smaller market. So the question is, could you start doing regular hard news before making that transition? Is that a typical pathway? Or?
Well, when I was in school, and I did decide at that point that I did want to be in journalism, everybody told me, Maria, if you want to be on the air, you have to go to a small market.
Right.
And I didn't, actually.
Sure.
And so what I started out doing is I learned the nuts and bolts of the business before going on air. Mm-hmm. So I was a writer, I was a producer, I was an assignment editor.
Right.
I figured out that it was very important to understand all of the aspects of business journalism before actually going on camera. And so that gave me some strength going into it and the knowledge base behind the scenes. And so when I applied to different stations to go on air, I could go to them and say, look, I've been a producer, I've been an assignment editor, I've been a writer, I understand the markets.
Right.
And so again, I brought that value to the table.
Right.
So I would say, don't be so concerned about going to another market.
Sure.
Be concerned about knowing the content.
Right.
Make sure you know your craft. If you want to go into business information and the markets, make sure you know it and you understand it.
Right.
And make sure you can write it, think it, report in it, and don't be afraid to be off camera for a long time so that you get your feet wet in the content.
Right.
And then, being on camera, you'll figure it out.
Not knowing where you are now, what would you do to get where you are now?
Well, first advice, I would say you got to get an internship.
Nice.
It's very important to get your foot in the door in any business.
Sure.
An employer wants to see that you're a go-getter. An employer wants to see, oh, look, Joel, interned at CNN, and then he interned at, Time Magazine. And so if you could get your foot in the door in as many sort of established places as possible, in interning, and that's tough because for the most part you're interning and not getting paid.
Right.
And I interned at CNN for 9 months for free. I did not get paid. And it's tough. After a while you say to yourself, God, I've been working here for so long and I'm not getting paid.
Right.
But the good news is that you're learning so much. So I would say as soon as you get out of school, send your resume around, but at the same time, go and try to get an internship where you will be working for free and commit to, look, I'm going to work for free for 6 months.
Right.
Commit to a number, and then you'll have to have a side job so that you can make money. Obviously, you can't just work for free and then think you're just going to live that way because nobody can.
Right.
So you'll have to have a side job so that you could make money, but at least you will have your foot in the door in an area where you really want to grow.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Maria Bartiromo here at CNBC. We
Thank you,
appreciate your
Joel.
time, and we'll see you on the screen.
Thank you.